awards concert. Mr. Carter and the band are very excited to share their music with you this evening. Being involved in a group like this takes hard work, dedication, and constant growth. The DHS administration is so glad our students involved in the performing arts can truly see what the payoff to hard work is. In band and choir, your students get to actually see, hear, and feel themselves growing as they continue to rehearse their music. Tonight is the apex of the band's growth from this past semester. Please be sure to silence all devices at this time, and thank you for coming.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of myself and the rest of the band, I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight. About 6 weeks ago, we performed our midwinter concert, so the turnaround for this concert cycle was relatively short. But we were able to quickly put together the pieces to be able to put on one final concert this school year. Earlier on in the semester, we had an assignment where we were tasked with programming a concert of our own with songs we had to research and find fitting for our band with unique instrumentation. All of the songs we are performing for you tonight were chosen by students through that assignment. As a senior, it is bittersweet to be performing for the last time as a member of the Dixon High School Band, but I am hopeful for the future of the music program, especially with the brand new marching uniforms that will be making their debut this fall. Thank you all again for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoy the performance.
this evening was a piece by Randall D. Standish titled Armory. With its hard-hitting, explosive nature, this piece replicates a battle between the powerful percussionist and the articulate wind, creating a work with a dark and sinister tone. Randall's inspiration for this piece came from his love for video games and cinematic music, which he was able to transfer into this energetic work. Next up, we have Leo with some information on our next piece.
Our next piece of the evening is Each Time You Tell Their Story, composed by Samuel R. Hasso. This work is a musical and poetic journey that carries the listener from the horrible human sacrifice of war to the love a soldier must feel towards his fellow man to give such a sacrifice. Compared to our other pieces tonight, this one displays a different essence of emotion and musicality, while also featuring a spoken section done by Mrs. Musil and a trumpet solo done by Zechariah Fizikas. We hope you enjoy this heartfelt rendition of Each Time You Tell Their Story.
No soldiers choose to die. It's what they risk by being who and where they are. It's what they dare while saving someone else whose life means suddenly as much to them as theirs, or more. To honor them, why speak of duty or the will of governments? Think first of love each time you tell their story. It gives their sacrifice a name and takes from war its glory.
Our next piece, Into the Clouds by Richard Saucedo, is an upbeat magical tune that was inspired by Saucedo's dream of becoming a pilot. Saucedo wrote this piece just weeks away from receiving his pilot's license to capture the joy and the freedom he would have as he literally headed into the clouds. Throughout fantasy, like aura, projecting enthusiasm and wonder, this lively piece will take you on a musical journey soaring through the sky. Additionally, the song incorporates a lofty flute feature performed by Eleanor Zimmerman and Elise O'Donnell. Without further ado, please enjoy our performance of Into the Clouds.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mr. Carter, and I am the director of bands here at Dixon High School and the music department at Dixon Public Schools. Give me a second here. I always go a bit hard when conducting, so excuse me if I sound a little out of breath, but these guys, give them another hand. They sound really, really awesome. So this is my first quote-unquote real, and I hesitate to say real even this year, because the last 2 years have been kind of like up and down with COVID, but this is the most real year we've had thus far, and it's been really awesome. And if this year is any indication of things to come, we have some really exciting things coming up for this group. We have a lot of new things that we did the last 2 years, and especially this year. This year we brought back the Dixon High School Marching Band Camp. We learned a labor-intensive halftime show with a lot of movement. We got a brand new set of music stands, new stand carts, a new bell pit, which is very shiny and new right there. It's really awesome. As well as several other really great things. Something else that we started was a lot of fundraising. We did a lot of fundraising this year, and a lot of that was due to the help of the Dixon Band Boosters, which we'll acknowledge in a second. But some of the things we have done this year include, we did a mattress fundraiser recently. We also did a pizza fundraiser. We did an Oliver's Cookout that starts happening tomorrow at 11 a.m., which you should definitely go to and buy some brats, hot dogs, pork chops, all that good stuff. You'll support the band, and you just need to buy something. You need to buy a full mattress to support us this time. So come out and buy some food. Great. And something else that was really incredible is we started a new uniform campaign. You might remember that from last concert we talked about. And for those of you who didn't maybe get the chance to check your email, I'll have some really cool news for you right now. On that note, we have received 100% of the funding for those uniforms, so we will have them by next season. Which is completely crazy bonkers when you think about it. So just to put it in perspective, these uniforms cost, and I just got the PO, so it cost $75,000, and that was all paid for by the Dixon Public Schools completely, as well as Dixon High School. So we cannot be more thankful for the support of our program, and I don't think there's any. And when you talk about fundraisers for these things, these usually take at least 5 to 7 years in most affluent districts. So it's I went to Geneva High School, so we started one when I was a sophomore in high school, and they didn't get them until I was a sophomore in college. And that's a very, very rich area. So it says quite a bit about this district that they will invest that much money in a band. It's just nuts. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. We absolutely could not have made this happen with a few key people. And those who are here tonight, I please ask you to stand when I call your name. First, our very supportive administrators and financial people. Jared Shaner, Margot Emben, Mark Campbell, Dr. Grady, and Miss Musil. Please call your name, please stand up so you can be acknowledged. Those people, please stand up. Everyone on the Board of Education for approving our purchase with 0 objections. There were no objections whatsoever. So turn the board. And again, that just goes to show the support of our program, which is incredible. And all of those involved in the Dixon Band Boosters. Tony Bolliard, Denise Dieter, Joanna Berger, Gretchen Fulton, Kelly Gingras, Mike Keel, and especially Marcia Comer for encouraging me, quote unquote, to get these by next year. So please stand and be recognized. In my wildest dreams, I never thought that the year I started a campaign like this, I would actually get it. And again, Ms. Comer's probably laughing back here. Give me a thumbs up because she's right there. She's the one who pushed the hard. She's like, no, we can do this for next year. I'm like, okay, sure we can, haha. And it's like, okay, yeah, she was right. So, Ms. Comer, you were right. I appreciate it. There we go. Good, very nice. And again, if you feel so compelled, which you should, please send an email or a nice note to some of the administration at Dixon, because we're going to see some really cool things because of those uniforms. While we are fully funded for those uniforms, we still need to provide storage for them. So those of you who are like, well, wait a minute, I just donated like a crap ton of money. Don't worry, okay? So we still have purchases for these uniforms that we are using your funds for. So we have to provide all of the storage for these uniforms and all of the banner we'll be marching with. So all the money you have donated so far is going directly to uniforms still. So please do not fret. And because of that, your charitable donations, we have about it was 4,000 total, we have about 2,000 more to go, which we should be very able to accomplish by the end of this year. So again, if you have donated, we thank you so much. If you're feeling so compelled, you can come out tomorrow and buy some food at that Oliver's Corner fundraiser. Again, a little plug there. So then, besides that, we're going to keep on going on here. We have a few awards to give out. Each year, I like to recognize some members of the band from their just amazing hard work. So we're going to do this right now. If band members, if you hear your name called, please stand and join me up here on the stage. So the first award we have for tonight is the Most Improved Award. This award is granted each year to a student who has consistently demonstrated phenomenal personal growth on their instrument over the course of the academic school year. This person has shown that they have interest in bettering themselves and in turn bettering the entire ensemble. So would you please give a thunderous round of applause, and this student please come up, Garrett Zimmerman. The Dedication Award. The Dedication Award is granted each year to a student who holds band in the highest regard. They are curious, seek out extra experiences, opportunities, and try to hold themselves to a very high standard of excellence. This is a person who always does their part by being prepared, focused, and ready to give it their all. This is a very easy decision for me. Megan Huffman, please come here. a student who has taken the initiative in not only guiding their peers, but being someone an underclassmen can look up to in all walks of student life. This is a person who is always prepared, compassionate, and willing to be able in positions of responsibility. Again, there were a lot of people in these positions that anyone up here could have had these awards easy, but this is a person who I think went very much above and beyond. So please give a hand for Lillian Dieter. And our final award of the evening is the most prestigious. Each year, we give out the John Philip Sousa Award. This is a award in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in the instrumental arts of music, for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that this school and instrumental music requires. Again, there are plenty of people who are deserving of this, but I knew who this was going to at the beginning of the year, so please, and again, this is like the top of the top, so please give a round of applause for Eleanor Zimmerman. And next, we'll get back to our program, and here is Ian with our next speech.
There we go. From the beloved Marvel favorite, our final piece of the evening tonight, titled Black Panther by Ludwig Göransson, arranged by Johnny Vincent, captures the mystery and greatness of a superhero. With the dynamic growth and intense rhythms portrayed throughout the piece, a clear picture of T'Challa rising to save his country of Wakanda can be visualized. From the sections of tension and release to the triplet insertions, this piece is sure to leave you with a sense of triumph. We hope you enjoy our final piece, Black Panther, and after this piece, please remain seated as we honor and recognize our band seniors.
and in alphabetical order. So Lillian here, then figure it out. So you got it. Cool, here we go. So I'm a big proponent of making sure, and then, yes, Holly Miller, come on. I'm a big proponent of making sure that people get recognized for the greatness that they do. And while I did not have these guys for 4 total years, I wish I had, very much so. For each student, I came up with 3 words that I would describe them as, and then I had them write their favorite members and things. So here's a little speech about each one. Here is Lillian Dieter first. Dedicated, caring, and hardworking. Lillian Dieter has been playing the oboe for 8 years and percussion for 5 years. Lillian served as one of our drum majors this past season and served on the band board as the music librarian and is supremely dedicated to this group. Her plan is to attend Illinois College this coming fall. Her favorite memory from band is almost passing out during the Audubon Parade. It's a very common experience, unfortunately. Lillian's message to her underclassmen is that she is so proud of each and every one of you. You guys are incredible, and I cannot wait to see what you do. This program has made high school better, and you guys are an instrumental part of it. You just had to have a pun in there, didn't you? It's great. Much love to you all. There just had to be a pun. Oh, sorry, that's the thing I wrote. That's good. Cool. In addition to all these things Lillian had on her plate, she still managed to be very helpful in any way possible to me. She took an extra period each day to be my service learner, which basically meant I could tell her to do grunt work because she was doing it for a class. So she would do anything I needed. She was sorting things. She was basically like my personal secretary for like an entire year, which was really good. These included, but are definitely not limited to, sorting and cataloging the entire solo ensemble library. You're still not done yet, by the way. Organizing our concert library, replacing various drum heads of our marching equipment, plus dozens of other simpler and smaller tasks. Lillian is the person who is not afraid of responsibility and oftentimes thrives when put in positions of leadership. She is someone who you can rely on to be brutally honest and also protective and a great friend to anyone who needs it. It's almost like I'm losing my personal secretary, and again, like I said, it's a bummer, but the amount of times I've asked her, hey, remind me to do this, is probably, I would say at least over 100 this time. This is a person who will go very far out of their way to help anyone that needs it. She could have dance rehearsal, tech week, theater, and still say, no, I could probably make it if I left for like 30 minutes and I ate really fast and I sprinted across town. That's just the person she is. So I'm very excited to hear what amazing things that she does in her life, because with her level of dedication, she's certain to excel in whatever she does. Lillian Dieter, everybody. Next, Zachariah Fazekas. Witty, creative, and charismatic. Zachariah Fazekas has been playing the trumpet for 8 years and brings a great level of levity to most situations. He serves as one of our co-social chairs on our band board and received the Best Marcher Award this past marching season, won the Kiwanis Award for Excellence in Band, and participated in the National Honor Society and completed over 30 hours of community service. In the fall, he'll be attending Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design in Denver, Colorado to major in game art, which I am very jealous of because Colorado is one of my favorite places to go. Make sure you guys take some weekend trips and go see Estes Park. Great place, it's awesome. His favorite memory from band is hanging out with the band and cheering on the football team in the stands between our marching performances. Even though the weather would get to us very extreme levels sometimes of cold and rain, it would never stop us. He put that in italics, so I had to read it like that. It was worth it all, for my friends and I were always along for the ride. His advice to underclassmen is to never compare yourself to others. It's okay not to be the best player. We can't be the best at everything. Focus on improving yourself and your own musical capabilities, and you will always succeed. I know I sound like a broken record with these speeches, but Zachariah is a great personality to have in our band. And we bonded over our mutual love of video games, which we've had several conversations about, and about his plans to go into game design, which I am definitely going to be one of his first customers when he makes a game. With this high level of creativity and artistic talent, you will all want to look out for the projects he puts forth in the future, because they are of a very, very high caliber. His charismatic nature and witty nature will surely be a tool for his success in the future. Zachariah Fazekas, everybody. Holly Miller. Strong, diligent, and focused. Holly Miller has played the trumpet for about 7.5 years, I'll call it 8 just for your sake, and is a prime example of the kind of student who diligently works for their goals. I had the pleasure of giving Holly a position as one of our 3 drum majors this past season, and her leadership skills were apparent, and it was awesome to see her develop as a musician through that position. Holly plans on attending Sauk Valley Community College in the fall and then transferring to Illinois State. Go Redbirds. In some of our past conversations, Holly's mentioned the idea of going into education, which I think fits her very perfectly. She is one of those people that is very good at leading a group of people, so I think it's going to be awesome for her to be in the classroom. Her favorite memory from band is doing cartwheels in mattress costumes from a mattress fundraiser last year. They were really quite something. And I think Kate's Burger carried on that tradition this year. So there we go. So that continues on. If you want to see some cartwheels in mattress costumes next year, hit us up. And her advice to underclassmen band students would be taking a bit of time to practice can make a huge difference. We are really losing some awesome human beings this year, and I don't know how I got so lucky with these kids in band, but Holly's another example of someone who will put in the work to get better at something no matter what level she's at. While she wasn't able to be a part of our band this semester due to a class conflict, she will always be considered a valid member of this group. We will miss her, but we wish her well in all her future endeavors. Holly Miller. All right, I'm running low on battery, so I'm going to put my fast talk to the test here. All right, Elise O'Donnell. Forward-thinking, diligent, and friendly. Elise O'Donnell has been playing the flute for 8 years and is a member of the National Honor Society and is an Illinois State Scholar. Elise will be attending the University of Urbana, U of I, at Urbana-Champaign as an honor student pursuing a degree in psychology. Her favorite memory from band is when she and Eleanor were walking back from band after pep band. The hallways were dark, and two of their friends had placed a trash can in the middle of the hallway. I was walking behind Eleanor when she fell over the trash can onto the ground. Great story. I wish I could have been there. The advice and encouragement that she would give to an underclassman is really important. Is that it's really important to practice and stick with your instrument, even if you don't love all the pieces that we're playing, or they're not as difficult, or they're too difficult. I'm glad that I have learned to play flute, and that I continue to play the flute, and I've been in band. I've met lots of good friends and had many good experiences over the years. Elise has grown a lot as a flute player the last 2 years, and I just love having her in band. I can always count on her to be prepared, and her diligence is very clear through her studies. She seeks out extra opportunities and is continually trying to better herself. In addition to being a member of DHS Band, she has also recently become a member of the Dixon Municipal Band this last kind of winter season. Elise is one of the nicest people you could possibly meet. With her demeanor, sometimes is soft-spoken. She is a great listener and a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friend to many people in the band. I will miss having her in this group, but I know she will continue to do some awesome things in whatever she does in the future. Please give a round of applause for Elise. All right. Eleanor Zimmerman. Superb, growth mindset, curious. Eleanor Zimmerman has played the flute and piccolo for 8 years and has been a joy to see grow as a musician and person in the last 2 years. Over her 4 years in band at DHS, she has been an ILMEA participant, the band board president, section leader. She won Best Marching Band Section Leader of the season, as well as having received the Best Freshman Musician Award. Eleanor plans to attend Sauk Valley College for at least a year and then transfer to a university with the possible intention of a career in the healthcare field. She also plans to continue band in some capacity. Some of Eleanor's favorite memories from her time in band include getting to participate in ILMEA this year, marching season with her fellow flutes, and the time Derek chipped his tuba on the door frame at a game at pep band. A lot of these things I never saw before. Maybe I'll see that chip on a tuba one of these days. Eleanor's advice to underclassmen would be, you get what you put in. In order to see improvement in your own musical capabilities, practicing and pushing yourself towards higher goals are key in doing so. Although practicing may seem like an individual aspect, individual growth helps the ensemble grow as a whole. Through practice may not come perfection, but through practice will inevitably come improvement. Good words there. Good luck on that speech for graduation. Being able to see the drive in someone like Eleanor is why I do what I do. It's been an absolute thrill to see her take the knowledge I give her and just come back and put it into practice. It's really why I do what I do. I absolutely have no doubt that she will go on to be a very successful person, whatever she decides to pursue. I would probably have to describe her as a force of nature. She puts her words into work and she does what she wants to do and she gets it done. She's a true testament to her earlier statement, you get what you put in. I only wish I had been able to have her just longer than 2 years. Please give it up for Eleanor Zimmerman. He's right there, but he got it. You're good. It's all good. Please give another hand for our seniors. And now, for a final bout for these seniors, we're going to play the Dixon High School Fight Song for one final time for them. So please join us and get on your feet. Thank you all so much for coming, and please come on out to Oliver's Corner Market tomorrow at 11 o'clock and buy some food. If you want some pictures with your seniors, we can get those up front, so there you go. Thanks for coming, folks.